y'all. How is everybody? Okay. I'm trying. Everything good? Everybody? All right. Is it good? Okay. Hi, you guys. How is everybody? I never know if I should do it like this. Okay. There. Oh, my mess. Back there. All right. I don't know where everybody is. There are people. I can't see the chat yet, so I'm hoping I see it. Oh, there you are. Whittier. Hi, you guys. Hi. Hi, guys. Oh my gosh, I've been gone, right? Gone. South Africa, Australia, the faraway places. Oh my goodness. Thank you for that. Yeah, my goodness, y'all. I'm so, Victorville, I know where you are. I am so tired that oh, there's my cousin flipping around. Hi, Ken. You just went by. I am so flippant. If it's you, it might be someone else with your name. It could be another person. Yeah. I am so flippin' tired, you all. Flippin' tired. Exhausted. Exhausted. I can't do everything. What is wrong with me? I know, right? Hi from Saskatchewan. I am so fucking tired. It was a Virgo full moon yesterday, 3:30 in the morning, I think. Saturday. If yesterday was Saturday, I've lost track of time. So it was a full moon in Virgo, right? So I'm like, I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do a video. I come home. What do on a Virgo full moon? I work 7 days a week because I work for myself. So I don't take time off and I do everything else, right? Thank you. I do everything else and I work, meaning I keep taking classes and stuff because if I have to work, I have to do something I like. So I don't mind the work, but and look, no nails, y'all. Look what happened. I slept about little sunshine. Me too. Look, this is what happened during the Virgo full moon. I ripped my acrylics off because I'm practicing with the fire fans, right? And I didn't want to catch my nails on fire because that's shit I do. Yeah, I don't like to be classy, but thank you for that. As soon as someone says classy, I'm like, how can I tacky it up? But I know what you're saying. Yeah, I have old lady hands now. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to go a little bit longer. I just couldn't have the long one. I know this is, look, baby pink on my nails, baby pink. Yeah, fire dancing, but always when I put my hands through, like on the pole, on the silks, I'm digging into my nails. So I took them off, right? So there, oh my God, your baby teeth, where the hell, why did they not come out? Yeah, well, I mean, they're old hands, but what I'm saying is, yeah, so there you go. This is them. But I'm going to tell you a secret that I did. No, I'm not a palm reader. I mean, I know how to read palms. It's not what I do. But I put hot gel on them. So, which is just like another chemical. But I just put hot gel over so that they wouldn't get like hurt in the water and stuff. That's what I did. Yes, I use all that stuff. I use natural oil and everything, but I am old lady, so it's just the way it is. Yes, I'm liking the fire dancing. I have to perform, so I don't want to catch myself on fire. I have to perform, y'all. Oh my God. Anyway, so I'm practicing for that. Thank you, Rita. Thank you. So yeah, I'm performing on that. Anyway, full moon in Virgo, 3:30 a.m. California time on Saturday, I think. Oh, you are? Oh my God. Fun, Nancy. Fun. 57. There you go. Yes, yes, yes. All the girlies at the camp are like 20 and 30. And, but it's fun. That's all I don't give a fuck. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to stop moving. This is why I'm tired. And I'm drinking hot water. Can you see? It's just hot water in my coffee cup. But, anyway, y'all, the full moon in Virgo, what do I come home and do? I go, yeah, I know, it's going to be fun, Nancy. Here's what I do. Another 57, Annie, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to film a video on the Idaho 4. Thank you. Yeah, I just bleached the shit out of it. So I'm going to film a video on the Idaho 4. This is what I said to myself yesterday. So I come in the door and I'm like, you know what? Throw everything out. Just get rid of fucking everything. So I got rid of everything. I took a car loan, a second car loan. I just started getting rid of shit again. So I'm like, okay, just get rid of shit. You have too much shit. I would add lemon if I had thought of that when I got the hot water. I'm so stuffed. Everything in here is stuffed. I can't, for 1 year, I have been stuffed. So I don't know. Anyway, I did the video on the Idaho 4, which I will edit after this, but I got my period this morning. Talk about detox. There you go. Yeah, so I did the Idaho 4 this afternoon, and it's on my phone ready to edit after this. So it will be up tonight, and it goes all over the place. Not my usual type of reading, but all over the place. Yeah, humidifier, this drives me crazy. I also went and got, before I cleaned the house, I did lymphatic massage. I ran 10 miles, then lymphatic massage, and then I went to my shaman and had her clean shit out. I'm not a minimalist, but I have less shit. Like, I mean, so that's what I did. So like, I was like, I'm going to clean everything. And then I went and babysat Baby Meadow too. And that was fun. And so that was that. Anyway, Wendy Williams, like Bruce Willis, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this. Y'all know that I read for Bruce. I liked Bruce. He was very similar. I told you the story. So I'm reading for Bruce and with his current wife, Emma, who was a client of mine. And that's how I met Bruce before she started dating him, because I knew Emma. Anyway, so I'm at his house and at his kitchen table, right? So we're at his kitchen table and he's sitting there, and I think we're eating chicken wings, to tell you the truth. So he's sitting there at the kitchen table and his feet are up there, and him and John wear the same shoes. I'm sure not all the time, but Flourishing, if you know Flourishing, right? So he's sitting there and I look at his shoes and I'm like, you have more money than God and you're wearing those God fucking ugly shoes, right? God awful. They're like, well, they're reasonable. They're like $150 a pair, possibly 200. I don't think they go up over 3. Maybe some do, but he had the same ones that John had. And they have wingtips and soft ones and blah, 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 all of that. So he's just wearing the regular pair. I couldn't, I mean, who the fuck am I to say that? Number one. Number two, I said it. And I'm like, shut your mouth, asshole, is what I'm thinking. So I said that. But anyway, I couldn't get into his old school shoes. Yeah, I couldn't get into it. Well, but they're pretty they're nice, you know, like they're classic. So who the fuck says that? Like, you're invited into someone's house, they're hiring you, and you got to open your big, almost Sagittarius-like mouth, but not. Anyway, I couldn't back into his driveway. And that was at the time when I would like binge eat food because of my multitude of eating disorders and shit. So I had eaten cookies on the way up to his house. And when he came out of the house, I threw them in the back seat, right? And this is hilarious, but he goes, I couldn't park in the driveway because there was, thank you, Mindy, for that, because there was like a, is on Mulholland and there was like a big drop. So he got in my car and parked it for me. And I'm like, he's going to have to ask me what the fuck all the pink sugar cookies are doing in the back of my car. He didn't. But it was really fun. And when I look at him, Wendy Williams, Robin Williams, or is it Wendy Williams? Yeah, and Robin Williams, and this is just what I'm going to say, from my multitude, John and I were just talking about that this morning. After I had Keith, because I was 100 pounds overweight, obviously, because I eat a lot when I'm pregnant anyway, and my metabolism slows down. Anyway, what happened is John bought me a treadmill and we put it in the dining room. So I would make dinner and we'd eat and I'd be on the treadmill. That's how fucked up I was. But actually it was a good idea. Anyway, so we have Bruce Willis, we have Wendy Williams, and we have Robin Williams. All of them have this weirdo dementia, right? Yeah, drugs always affect you in the long run. And I don't do any drugs, unfortunately. So anyway, long, boring story short, all of them, okay, do something, in my opinion, like Britney Spears. And from my personal opinion, okay, from my personal opinion, from being in Hollywood and being somebody who's seen and met a lot of people and spoken to them privately without revealing their secrets, a lot of them will go for what's called electric shock therapy. Electric shock therapy. Electric shock therapy, where they allow electric probes into their brain, okay, into their brain to probably, yeah, flourishing wingtips. They do it. I know celebrities personally who do that I have read for a long time. They have depression, they have anxiety, and they allow their brains to be, yes. And there's people that you know right now. I believe when they go into the hospital or they go wherever they go and they have people watching them, that they do that, okay, that my stomach's growling, that they do that, okay. And once they do that, just think about willingly. I know them willingly. They have such severe, there you go, your grandmother, Dragonfly 369 knows that. There you go, electric, yes, they shock the brain. That is a brain trauma. Now, we are electrical. There's something good to the thinking of that. Not lobotomies. Frances Farmer and lobotomies. Look what they did to her. But a lot of these people suffer from depression. But you're going to suffer from depression when you've been taken over because you're open and you're on the system of an overall deal with the networks. Let's say an overall 5, 6 shows, movies. And they prostitute your ass out there like, fucking do it, bitch. And you work for the studio and they sign the overall. Ashley, you know this. Ashley knows this. And you have an overall, she knows this. And how they put you in, like when Wendy Williams says, I thought of you, Ashley. When Wendy Williams says, they put me into a wellness center and I couldn't get out. What the fuck do you think that is? That is fucking controlled. Handlers are controlling them. They have shit done to them they don't even know. They medicate them. I've been in a psych ward as a kid, okay? Like, because my parents put me there. Psych ward, and they medicate you as a kid. I don't know, just by the grace of God did that not happen. But they do that. Mace was 25 and died right after. There you go. Because of depression. Now, the reason that you have depression is a multitude. Early childhood trauma, drug addiction, dopamine deficiency, stop doing cocaine, like Robin Williams said, and then bleach the hair and let them back out. Okay. Oh, then bleach the hair. Yeah, I'm sorry. I like my bleached hair. I fell for it in society. I fucking love the bleached hair. I love it. I'm not opposed to my natural color, but it's a form of MK Ultra. They probably do the electric shock therapy. When you're severely depressed or anxiety, that crack is whack, said Whitney. Crack is whack. She was right, but she was still smoking crack. And they still murdered her. See, here's the problem. Remember this. Remember this in your life. Remember this. Your friends are not your fucking friends. Your family's not your family. I sound paranoid. People will get even with you. People are jealous of you. I was straitjacketed. Yeah. Anyway, never give them a reason like Whitney Houston to say she's a bleach bitch. Yeah. Beth, I'm a bleach. I love. Anyway, never give them a reason like, I know your sister is not your sister. Ashley, when I met Ashley, I won't get into it, but absolutely, luckily your sister sent you to me, right? That's how I met Ashley, and I'm happy to meet her because I completely understand what she's was going through at the time, and she's beautiful. And they hijack people. People do it in families. People, non-famous families do it. Understand, if you have something, okay, so if you're born on this planet, right? So you're born on this planet, here you are, unfortunately. So you're here, right? And the evil is so prevalent here, okay? When they say you're born into sin, you're literally born into sin. not your sin, the sin of this planet, the evil doings on this planet. If you shine with a consciousness that connects to the divine, they will fuck you up. They will, my stomach's so growling, they will fuck you up. They will call you ugly when you're pretty. They will call you fat when you're thin. They will call you stupid when you're smart. They will gaslight you. They will hurt your children. They will introduce drugs to your children. And if you take drugs, they will use that as an excuse to murder you at any point in time. If you are taking drugs, alcohol, and you are a fuck up with it, okay? I know I've got to see you, Ashley. You know I'm going to fire camp. You become a target, and they can utilize your addictions to say, look, she's a fucking addict. That's why I didn't do drugs. I learned that from my family growing up. You will not use me as an excuse to off me. You will not be able to say it. In my marriage, you will not call me a drug addict. You will not call me an alcoholic. I will never, ever do that around my kids, so you can't get me. That's actually how I approached my life. That's how fucked up my childhood was, that I learned anything you do to step out of line, they will manipulate. Yeah, Hunter Biden, he went way over the line, the opposite way. They will manipulate you. So by the time I got married and I saw just a smidgen of what could be done, I'm like, nah, no matter what, I'm not drunk and I'm not high. So now what are you going to say about me now that I'm cognitive in my brain? And you are going to be depressed and you might have anxiety and all of those things. Those are usually outside energy focused on you to make you, the intrusive thoughts and all that, to make you think that you're horrible, ugly, stupid, fat, dumb, not worthy, whatever it is. There is that. Okay. There is that. And then if you do electric shock therapy, how do they know? Like when they did a lobotomy to Frances Farmer or even Kennedy's Rosemary, if that was the daughter, you guys all told me, do they know what they're doing? They do not know what they're doing. So they do that. And I know 100% people that get that done. To recover from that is difficult. And when they are people in Hollywood, the producers, the people with money, understand it's only about money. They don't care. When you see Bruce Willis where he is, when you see him where he is, they can't use him, so they will sideline him and then steal his consciousness and use his energy. Anybody in banking, money, they are the 13 families and the fucking Illuminati on this planet. The Satanists, the Luciferians, the Freemasons, I don't care what you want to call them, okay? They will, that's who the they is, the Rothschilds and the other ones, I can't even think of their names. The Cassinis, Orsini's, whatever, those people who believe they know better than you. And when you come up with your natural talent, which these ugly fucking people don't have, when you come up with your God-given talent, military, police, absolutely military and police, 100% military and police, anybody, Rockefeller, thank you, anybody in positions of power, they are positioned. Anderson Cooper, yes, Anderson Cooper, his mother was a high witch. So when I say they, that's what the fuck I mean. And you know that if you're on this channel. Like if you're on this channel, you know who I'm talking about. There is also theys on the astral level that are between here and there. And then there's theys as in people who've crossed over into dimensions that are above the astral level. They are the ones I'm talking about. Handlers for people like Bruce and Wendy. You don't really think, you see that glitch? You don't really think fucking Wendy just suddenly got dementia, or did they help her get dementia? And is there a component of black magic with Wendy Williams? Yes. This is being projected onto her. She is MK Ultra'd. Now, I don't blame anybody for wanting money and power. I wanted to get in the industry, and yes, they've got the same disease. I believe it's from electric shock therapy. That's what I believe. I also believe when they want to shut you down, They can do that, okay? They can do that. Yes, Wendy's been fractured, but how did she get fractured? I mean, there's plenty of people walking on this planet whose spouses cheated, whose money's been stolen from them, whose children have died, who've come back with no limbs and no arms, and they still aren't that way. So ask yourself what the distinguishing difference is. And I would almost bet you it's a component of inappropriate medical intervention on the brain cavity, along with witchcraft in the black magic sense. Yeah, all the vets. Exactly, Ashley. Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's actually what I think it is. So, third eye infiltration, and absolutely, absolutely. But people don't believe it. They think you're crazy. They think you're nuts. I'm not crazy or nuts. I'm completely sober and I'm aware. I can see, okay? The men cheat, but is it really a big fucking deal if your husband cheats and has a mistress? I mean, do they not all cheat? And who the fuck are they cheating with? Do you not have girlfriends that tell you they cheat on their husbands? Like, I'm sorry, who the fuck doesn't cheat? I'm just curious, who's not cheating on this planet? At one time or another, partners have cheated on somebody. You, me, everybody, male, female. Who is not cheating? That's not a reason to fracture your brain. You have people who've had their whole families murdered in front of them and their brains. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I'm not saying you have to like it, but you have to know the animals with which you marry, and they all fucking cheat. I'm sorry. And they're cheating with women and men. Some are gay in the closet. Some are cheating with your best girlfriend. They're doing shit like that. That's the shit that they do. That's what they do. Seriously. That's what they do. So, I mean, I don't know why women don't know this. I don't know why anybody thinks they're special enough to not have their spouse cheat on them. I've never heard of that. In my 57 years going into 58, I've never heard of anybody who hasn't cheated. I had a girlfriend in 8th and 9th grade that used to babysit for this family, and she would fuck the husband while he dropped her off at home. Do you think the wife knew that? No, but she told me that. She was like 14, okay? You don't know, Annie. No one knows. If they're men, I think they cheat. I've never been cheated on. I've always been cheated on. I've been cheated on, punched out, beaten up. I've never not been cheated on. So, I find that men want to try to control you and contain you, and I've always been cheated on. See, I've never cheated. There you go. Yeah, me married an engineer. I grew up in the strip clubs. I saw the married men with their rings. I saw them. The men in the suits, the men with their jobs. I'm in a different world. I don't trust anybody, but I don't have anyone. I'm single. I'm single too. Yeah, cheetah. Cheetah. I've always been cheated on by men. Men want to punch me in the face and squash my ass, okay? That's what they want to do. They want to squash you. You open your big fucking mouth, they want to squash you. You stand up for yourself, punch you in the face. They're going to fuck you up. Don't make more money than them, because they will fucking annihilate you. They will try to get you. They will fuck with you. They will hurt you, and they will siphon you, okay? So that's what fucking men do. I got a divorce. I got a divorce too. I will never get married again. You picked weak men. I don't know that I would blame me for that. I don't know what to say. I picked men, and that's what men do. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. All the men in Hollywood that marry the actresses, okay, because I've many a friend that was doing well on camera till they married an executive man in the industry, and that man insisted that his wife give her career up. Not his career, her career. Why do you think Jay Leno's wife, who also has dementia, she was a famous astrologer. Do you ever hear about Mavis being an astrologer? No, she was hidden in the background and not to go out public with it. Why? Because Jay Leno was the center of attention. Even that, okay? Yeah, I don't know what to say about picking people. I don't know how you know who people are to begin with. Like, I don't know how you trust people to know who they are. I was like 20, okay, when I got married. And I stayed, I mean, when I got with my husband, 21, and I stayed married 36 years. How the fuck would I know who anybody was at age 20? I wouldn't, 21. You don't. You don't. So I don't know, whatever. Yes, doesn't Mavis have the dementia, or did I get that wrong? Yes, his wife was a very well-known astrologer. Why did nobody hear that? Because Jay Leno is the man and the center of attention. Okay. So yeah, my husband was also 21 years older, so I didn't know. But I mean, I was cheated on before that, is what I'm saying. I was married once before for 4 months and I ran away. So I don't know that that's a me problem. I'm not picking anybody or anything. I never had an expectation and never picked. Some people like to say that. They like to blame. But yeah, you can do what you want. It wasn't about sex for me. I grew up in the sex industry, so I'm probably the least sexual person. I'm average with it. When you grow up and you've seen it, it's not like something I didn't see since I was a little kid. So it was like unimportant to me. It's fine to make children and stuff, but yeah, definitely not blaming my fault. Yeah, it's not always your fault. It's not always your fault. Sometimes people lie and don't present themselves correctly. Sometimes they do. I would say my first husband, when I married him, I knew what he was. My second husband, I just knew what he told me, and I stayed because we're friends and I had children. I never known any man that didn't cheat. Me neither. I mean, people hate my guts when I say that. They're like, my man, because it affects them. It doesn't affect me. Whoever cheats, that's a them problem, not a me problem. So anyway, let's see. Sex got more amazing after 40. Yeah, I still don't give a shit. Desensitized. Yeah, I saw it all. Leno, yes, exactly. But his wife was put in the background. I know many a woman whose wife is put in the back, many a man whose wife is put in the background when they have, hi Deborah, thank you. Yeah, when they have too many, yeah, I mean, the family I grew up in, my parents stayed married till my dad died, and it was a fucking nightmare in that house, okay? So, I never, and the problem, this is the problem. If I had to pick, I can't pick people who drink or have drug problems. I didn't know that there were people that were sober because I got mocked for being sober. So I would say that would be the problem. But anyhow, this powerful men will say that we are crazy. Oh yeah, the powerful men don't like powerful women. Anything a guy can do, I can do. I don't need them. If I'm with a man, it's because I choose to be with them. I don't care about their money. I never married for money. I had a mother that was a Taurus that told me there was something wrong with me because I would date whom I liked. So it's more of a feeling like that rather than like, what do you have? I never thought I needed anything from a man. Why would I need something from you? What are you going to do for me that I can't do for myself? That's my thinking in my head. And I was with parents. What do I need from you? I mean, I left home at 14. I was gone and supporting myself. So what do I really need from somebody? So when I looked at a marriage, I didn't even really look at it as a partnership. I looked at it as somebody that was my friend that I ate dinner with and had kids with, kind of. Not like, that's just the way that it was, I would say. Yeah, it ain't sex for me. Sex doesn't mean shit to me. But I saw what people do with sex. It's so easy to procure. Why, I mean, how hard is it to have sex that you would think it's that great a thing? I don't understand. Yeah. I get pissed when I went to the doctors and I don't have an opinion. Yeah, exactly. But it's so interesting. My adopted mom passed away 16 years ago. Time flies, doesn't it? So, yeah, I mean, a man isn't going to get me with sex because I don't give a shit. If I like you, I may entertain it. I may not entertain it. I mean, at this point, I'm never entertaining it again. But Libra men are the most slutty of the zodiac. Don't yell at me for that. I'm not the one that made up that statement. Libra is very passive aggressive. So, yeah, I'm celibate. Yes, I left my marriage and that's what I am. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't actually want anybody. It does seem gross. So yeah, it's kind of gross to me. I don't want you touching me and I don't want your energy fucking with me. I had kids. I had my kids. So I had them. That's why I wanted a man, was to have kids. Not really for the man, like I either like you or I don't like you, but the sex part, like when you're in the strip clubs as a kid, I'm I saw men. I was like, ugh. I mean, yuck. Um Energy, Andrea, is exchanged during sex. When you get somebody who you have no idea who performs magic behind your back and then fucks you. You have no idea when someone's on drugs, who's in their energy field. So you fuck a drug addict or your boyfriend or your pimp daddy or whatever. You have no idea what entities have come into them when they shoot up heroin, they do coke, they drink a lot. You're taking all of that on. Okay, no more drag queens either. Exactly. No more drag queens. Yeah. So it's I don't worry about STDs or anything like that. Hi Nico, I don't worry about that. I think I can sense that on someone, but well, whatever your cocaine alcoholic piece of shit boyfriend is doing or lover or whatever. And when he is married and you people have affairs or anybody has an affair, I'm a 50-year-old Libra, you're a woman. Libra men I'm talking about. Sages are fun. But when you date, when you have affairs with married men, you're also fucking whoever their wife fucks. And trust me, if the man is cheating on his wife, she's probably cheating on him too. Probably. They have some kind of disconnect there, and there's a problem. Taurus men, I can't. I just there are no Taurus men are stubborn. I would say it's more of a stubbornness. And because it's Venus ruled along with Libra, they're both Venus ruled, okay? Oh, I broke the chain. I've got to get another chain. Yeah, I didn't say anything about soul ties. I said the energy, the energy frequency of whatever comes off one person goes into another. Oh, Pisces men are the worst. No offense to Pisces men out there. Pisces men, Scorpio are pretty benign. They're not usually that great. They think they're great because they're Scorpio. So Scorpio is usually in a position where they think about sex. They may have a lot of sex. They talk about sex, but they're dysfunctional sexually. Don't yell at me. There's a sexual issue there. Okay, so there's something sexual that is problematic. That's why they're Scorpios. Yeah, Aries men. Well, I married two of them, so you know my opinion on men. Yeah, my dad's a Taurus. Yeah, John's an Aries Taurus mix, so you get what that is. What do I think about Aries men? Don't make me go on a tirade. I just said what I think about Scorpio men, and I said about Wendy Williams. Libra though is Virgo men are weirdly persnickety and very what's the word? They have fetishes. Virgo men have fetishes. I have to keep my shoulders down. I get agitated. Virgo men have fetishes. Men and women are different in astrology. Okay, so it's a different energy because you're male and female, contrary to what the pronoun Nazis push. Okay, so you have a different frequency as a female. So some signs are female. Taurus is female. So when a man has Taurus, okay, they behave differently than a female Taurus. When a man is a Virgo, also female, okay, also female, energetically, I'm talking about, the Virgo can compartmentalize and do what they need to do what they need to do. I just don't trust anybody at this point in my life. I pretend to get along with people, but I don't, I trust no one. Like I thought I had trust issues before. I have huge trust issues now. Like I literally trust no one. I will eat dinner with people that I think could kill me at any moment. And I'm just like, whatever, if it's going to happen. So I don't trust anything anybody says. It's very strange. I like literally don't trust anybody. Yes, Taurus men are there. I really don't. Yeah, he puts them into it. Yeah, absolutely. everyone has their motives and I don't trust them. And I don't think that they don't. I will eat dinner with family members and I'm pretty sure they don't fucking like me. But I'm mature enough now that I can't control if they like me or not. So I'm just going to do what I'm going to do, is what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to try to make them like me or try not to make them like. Oh, my instinct is I trust no one. No one at this point in my life. It's actually really funny. Like people tell me stuff and I'm like, Pisces is the most manipulative sign. Okay. Pisces is manipulative. Pisces runs on the 12th, 6th house axis. So spiritual, physical. And they can get very much in their head and very wordy and very OCD and very analytical, like their opposition Virgo. Or they can go over here and be Piscean. And Piscean can be delusional. So they can tell you their delusions and think that it's real and then work you into that way of thinking. Right? Yes, Libra is a cheating sign. Big time. Big time. Thank you, Natasha. Sag women are hard to contain, immature. Sag is the immature fire sign, I would say. You know, Sag is, I know you can't hear me, but that's true. I'm not going to lie. I mean, people can be nice to me. I still don't trust them. I don't trust you. You can do the nicest stuff. I don't trust you. Just the way it is. I'm sorry. I have a fucking trust issue. Not going to deny it. Oh, I have his 12th house stellium too. This is also why I don't trust people, because I can't see them clearly. I have Neptune square the sun. I can't see anybody clearly. It's fucking hilarious. I can see nobody clearly. Okay. Nobody. Right. But yes, exactly. You know, Libra, it's because of our upbringing. If you can't trust your fucking parents, who can you trust? Exactly. Yeah. Oh my God, right? So funny. Yeah, Pisces moon, would you say Pisces moon and sun, Virgo Venus? I don't know. I just missed that. I do need glasses, Mia. I refuse to wear them. I told you when I got my driver's license, I went into the DMV and they have that thing back there you read and they're like, she's like, can you read this one? And so then you like cover it with one eye and the other. I'm like, this is me. Fuck no, I can't see that. I go, can you people fucking see that? And she's like looking at me. I'm like, I can't fucking read that. I go, who the fuck can read that? So I had to go back in. Generation X, trust no one. Exactly. Fuck, I trust no one. Exactly. Exactly. But anyway, so I had to go back in with my glasses. Taurus woman, Leo man. That's a square, but it's a nicer square. Leo and Scorpio is a fucked up square. So it's kind of funny, but anyway, yeah, let's see. I have 12th house stellium. Stellium is 4 or more planets in the same sign. So the energy is strengthened when you have 12 signs, actually 10 and 2 luminaries. Okay. 2 luminaries, sun and moon are luminaries. They're light. All right. They're not planets. They're light objects. So luminaries, 10 planets in that. And you have 3 or more planets in the same sign, that is a stellium. Stellium means the energy is concentrated because it's all of that. Like it's all of that. So when you're looking at somebody, let's say you have somebody who's an Aries sun, but that's their only planet, their only sign, their planet in Aries is the sun. They may have a stellium in Gemini. So they don't act like an Aries. They act like a chatty, angry person, which would be the Gemini with the Aries. You see? It would be that. So yeah, don't be cussing. I love to cuss, Pat. I said with Wendy Williams, I think it is, these people have dementia. It's a combination of actual energetic manipulation from the astral level that these 13 families, I think it's Orsini, right? Whatever, that they know how to do, that they block from us. And it is also depression therapy with rods in their brain, electric shock therapy. Electric shock therapy. Electric shock therapy. Electric shock your brain, just like a brain injury. Look what happens if you hit the cement with your head. If you hit the cement with your head, right, you don't look right in the eyes. You may not be able to feed yourself. You may not be able to do a whole bunch of stuff, right? Yeah, 3, or is it 4 or more planets? No, it's 3 or more planets. Let me look that up. I think I probably said 3. No, 3 or more planets in the same sign. Can be out of house too. Could be from one to the other, but in the same sign. Or by degree. So you can get the tail end of a degree. I actually have to look that up. It's probably 4 or more, and I just said 3 or more. I'm tired. Anyway, yeah, my stellium's in Leo, and I also have a Cancer stellium. So, and it's all in the 12th. On the 12th and in the 12th. You can have something at 29 degrees conjuncting the planet. So out of sign conjunction included in that stellium. Okay. It's 3 or more planets. See, I got a question. You just made me question myself, which is good because I will look it up. It's a cluster. They don't say. It's 3 or more planets in the same sign. Not necessarily in the same. 3 or more planets. Gaslighting me, and I'm the astrologer, not astrologist. Not astrologist, y'all. You bitches, right? An astrologist. I'm an astrologist. You don't know astrology, do you now, you astrologist? I don't know what Jessica Lang admits to. Yeah, 3 or more planets in the same sign. I knew that. I said it, and somebody's like, that's not a stellium. So I gaslit myself and looked it up like a fucking asshole. Now I don't trust you, you commenter. I don't fucking trust you. I don't fucking trust you. Get off my page now. You just fucked me up. Okay, so anyway, yeah, stellium. But it can also be from the tail end, and it can be out. I have to get my microphone. You know, I cleaned everything out and put stuff away. You can have an out of sign conjunction, and you can have something coming up on the planet and going out, and it can still be conjuncting. So the stellium energy, which is more concentrated. It's like if you have planets in a group on the same sign, right? I don't trust myself. No, fuck, I don't trust myself. I'll drive 40 miles back home to see if I shut the fucking front door. That's why I have cameras, and I literally am so strange. I snap pictures of the oven to make sure that it's off. So like when my mind starts going, you fucking left the oven on, you're going to burn the house down. I look at my picture and I'm like, no, the oven's off. You freak. This is what happens to me. No, it's 3 or more planets. I thought it could be 4 because I say it so much. It's 3 or more. But yeah, I have 4 planets in Leo and 3 in Cancer and 2 in Virgo, 1 in Scorpio, and 1 in shitty ass Pisces, which is generational for Generation X, y'all, you bitches. Yeah. Scorpio moon. Keithy was a I don't cook either. I don't cook. Oh yeah. Johnny taught me tighty righty, loosey lefty on the grill. So when I go outside and grill, I'm like this. Yes, I took my nails off. Now I have these little baby nails. Look at these little baby nails. Baby nails. Yeah, I'm very OCD. I'm not as bad OCD. You know, sometimes I couldn't even get in the shower. Scorpio moon. Remember, the moon describes your mother and your emotional nature. And then the aspects, other planets, either punching the moon, hugging the moon, clapping for the moon, whatever, in the chart tell you, okay, I always get a pedicure. I do it every 2 weeks, y'all. I have since I was 10. Manicure, pedicure. Every week. I have bleached my hair since the age of 12, and I'm a Leo. I'm always going to fucking take care of myself. That's just the way it is. It's just a true story. It's always a true story. Sorry about that, but it's a true story. Anyway, when you're looking at the moon sign, I'm trying to finish my book to teach the class, okay? I have no time. I fill every ounce of my day up so that I never have to sit still. That is a true story too. I do not like relaxation. I do not like resting. I like driving and exercise. So I will formulate my day around that. When I have to do readings and sit still, it makes me cuckoo. I have to walk. I have to go outside and come back in. Like, I can't sit still. I don't like to sit still. I'm not going to sit still. When they tell you that you're running from something, I'm running from everything and everyone 24/7. That's who we are, and it's okay. But when you're looking at, yeah, they're Baphomet, which is satanic. Anyway, when you're looking at the moon sign, you're looking at the description of the way that your mother affected you on an emotional level and the way that you respond emotionally. If you have squares, that's one thing. If you have trines, that's another thing. Semi-squares, conjunctions, combust. These things teach you different things, right? So I take classes to stay busy and I run, right? That's what I do. Painting, cooking, and crochet. That's great. So Moon in Aries usually has a mother that is traditional. She wants a man to buy her flowers, but she can cook and clean and work and do everything. And she's breaking a family cycle. So when you see a woman with a moon in Aries in her chart, both she, the person who has the moon in Aries, and her mother were breaking a family cycle. Okay, so they're starting a new cycle. That is the Aries element. When you have moon in Taurus, I fucking married it. I'm not a fan of anything Taurus. I have lots of Taurus around me. You just know I'm not a fan of it because of the way that I was raised by a Taurus mother. But anyway, Taurus moon is a very traditional mother. This is a mother who will bake you cookies when you come home from school. Make sure that you have clothes and you're clean and you go to the dentist and you have your eyes checked and that you go to summer camp. Taurus, earth-bound, earth-ruled mother. She will teach you the lessons of things on the earth, like earning money and doing things, and she will teach that. Now, I'm not bringing in all the aspects, okay? My husband had a Taurus moon too. I'm not bringing all the aspects of if the moon's square Neptune, you got a crazy alcoholic Taurus mother. I'm not talking about that. Just talking about strictly Taurus mother. Then you have a Gemini moon. So the Gemini moon mother, okay, and subsequently you, likes to know everything about everything and not too much of one thing. So this is a mother that was probably very pressed for time while raising you and very in the know of everything in the neighborhood, the communication, the this, the that, all of that, okay? So that mother is very like all over the place kind of mother. Into this, into that. Really fun, but into this and that. It can be annoying because you can't pin them down, okay? Happy birthday, BB223, BB. I don't know if that's supposed to be BB or BB, but either way, 223, happy birthday. So Cancer moon, also very traditional moon. Because the moon is in Cancer, the mother is either overly connected to you or completely you were abandoned emotionally by your mother. That can be determined by the moon placement and the aspects to the moon, okay? So, and this goes for male or female. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. I'm going down the order of the zodiac. Stop asking me about your sign. I'll get there if I haven't mentioned it already. So from the Cancer moon, we have the Leo moon, okay? So Leo moon means you had a drama queen for a mother. So you had a Leo mother, center of attention, focus in the house, all things Leo. Could have been very playful and very focused on the children, being the presentation. Now, depending on whether you have trines or squares again, tells you what kind of presentation the mother wanted to have with you. I am a Leo moon. And my mother was a fucking Taurus, okay, who wanted me to dress in frilly Little House on the Prairie bullshit, upper class, stupid ass clothing. Anyway, yes, I was abandoned by two mothers too. That's the Cancer in my chart. I have trines to Saturn and I was given up at adoption, given up at birth for adoption, raised in a orphanage until I was adopted by my nut job Taurus mother. And then I was a ward of the court at 12 and ran away 2 months after I turned 14. So I was abandoned by everybody, male and female, which is why I trust no one. Anyway, but I'll pretend I trust you and I'll smile and I don't care because we're all playing roles here. So anyway, yeah, so Leo moon mothers can be very focused on the presentation of the child, like how the child is seen as a reflection of the mother, which is what pissed my mother off because basically I fucked up her perception in society. My Saturn is in Pisces as well. Okay, so from Leo, we go to Virgo moon. Now I'm going to say this once and for all. Out of all the signs, hear me clearly. I have been in this profession, okay? I have been in this profession for 40 years, 4 decades, okay? So I'm not a newbie. I was born psychic. I could always pick up on the dead, and I've done astrology. It's 40 fucking years, all right? 40 years. Obviously, I'm better now than I was. Anyway, 40 years. So when people say shit to me, and they say stupid ass shit online, like she thinks she's an astrologer, I know I'm a fucking astrologer. In my experience, Virgo moon is the most psychic moon sign. All of the people that I have worked with that are excellent astrologers, psychics, and mediums all have something in Virgo, but the moon in Virgo is so eloquently psychic in that Virgo is logical, compartmentalized, and focused, okay? So they're the researcher on Earth coming from the spiritual side of Pisces, 6th and 12th house. Virgo moon does not, because they always say Pisces is the most psychic, but Pisces, they'll do LSD to be psychic. They'll get fucking fuzzy pillows to sit on. They got to have their vitamin drinks. Virgo hears it, says it, follows it, and does it. And it's so matter of fact that it's stunning. Every single time, Virgo moon, they are spectacularly psychic. I will not take that back. I will not say that. I'm fucking saying it. Okay. So that has been my experience, period. They're also OCD and concerned with health issues and that. So when you have a Virgo mother, your emotional nature may be to find fault and to critique or to have a savior syndrome, because the Virgo wants to save those that need help. The fat people, the unhealthy people, the drunk people, the high people, all of that, whatever. That's a Virgo trait on an emotional level, because they will have been raised in a home where there was some kind of a defective behavior with the mother, and they're going to try to fix it in other people. So from Virgo, we go to no, I think Jesus was a Virgo too. I believe that. They tell you Pisces, but they only had like 4 quadrants. Anyway, yes, Virgo can be sexually weird. That's Virgo men, not usually women. Virgo women, well, Virgo the virgin, but it can also be Virgo the prostitute, because they can compartmentalize. That's more a Virgo sun, but Virgo moon, I'm talking about specifically psychically. So Libra moon holds. Now I want you to hear this. Don't come for me, Libra moons. I don't want to fucking hear it. It means the mother, your mother, if you own a Libra moon, your mother was passive aggressive with anger, and your mother did not express her anger correctly. She either hid it, or it vomited out over here, or she acted like we're all fine and flowers and daisies. Yay! And the kid picked up, picked up on the undercurrent of anger. So you, with your Libra moon, have to contend with your anger that you hide behind pretty makeup, pretty hair, and nice face, because the Libra's Venus ruled. So y'all are pretty as shit. You know, you are so pretty, but you have to contend with the anger issues. Now, from Libra, we go to Scorpio. Scorpio moon. My Keithy was a Scorpio moon, okay? Which means I'm sorry your mom died when you were 10. That's huge, 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 huge on you. Scorpio moon. Okay, so Scorpio moon, Scorpio is Scorpio. So the child with the Scorpio moon mother can be compulsive, criminal, controlling, mediumship, and there can be a power struggle between the Scorpio moon owner, you owning Scorpio moon, and your mother. Me and Keithy had a power struggle. We did. And his moon was conjunct Pluto. That's the ruling sign conjuncting him from an out of sign conjunction. But when you're looking at a Scorpio moon, they're learning about the undercurrent of emotional energy. So the Scorpio moon, depending on the aspects, again, if you have Scorpio moon square Neptune, that's entirely different than trining Pluto or something. Those are different things, right? So just Scorpio moon means the power struggle, the undercurrent of control between you and the mother. So your emotional nature is both hidden and controlling. Lola, start studying astrology and then you will. Yes, it's tense, exactly. My Keithy felt that way about me. So the next one is Sag moon. Now, Sag moon is the bachelors and bachelorettes of the zodiac. They are not getting married. Yes, you can have a Sag moon and get married, but your mother was probably somebody who lived a very separate life, okay? Very separate life than her married life. And as a result, you are a freedom seeker on an emotional level. So you're in it for the fun and then you're out. You're like, I'm in it and I'm out. I'm in it and I'm out. I'm in it, I'm out. So that's a Sag moon. And then we have Capricorn moon. So I've got 2 granddaughters and a son with a Capricorn moon. Capricorn moon means, okay, the mother. So you are the Capricorn moon. The mother, and the best word I can use is perfunctionary. The mother did what she had to do in order to be a mother. You were dressed the way you should be dressed. She worked the way she needed to work. It wasn't touchy-feely, warm, fuzzy. It was perfunctionary. It was a perfunctionary type thing. So it was matter-of-factly, like you're going to get up, here's breakfast. It wasn't a lot of cuddling and a lot of this, but it's perfunctionary. It's everything that needed to be done got done with a Capricorn moon. Now, I can use Jason's chart as an example because my Jason has Capricorn moon conjuncting Uranus and Neptune. That's different than a regular Capricorn moon. That is a psychic professional mother as well. Perfunctionary. She performs in society. That's what she does. She doesn't have a lot of time to fuck around. She's busy doing what she needs to do. So there's an independent streak to a Capricorn moon person. Jason has a conjuncting Uranus and Neptune, and I worked at home as a psychic medium, Uranus, Neptune, and an astrologer, Uranus, Neptune, psychic. That could also be a drug addict mother when Neptune's on the moon. I wasn't, but I could have been. Anyway, so the Capricorn moon is exactly that. Then you have the astrology, the Aquarius moon. Aquarius moon is a special kind of detached because they analyze everything. So your mother could have been hot to blow on temper, you with the Aquarius moon. So hot to blow on temper, like explode with their temper. And then get very analytical about why they did that. So, but they're a lot of fun. It's the opposite of Leo. So it goes between that. They are kid focused. They enjoy their kids. But if you cross the line, that's a problem. So, and you people, they're like, wrong. Shut up with that. Shut up with that. Okay. Are you a fucking astrologer? Shut the fuck up with that. Anyway, it depends on your personal chart. This is a generalized example. So don't be a bitch and write wrong. Anyway, Aquarius, yeah, Aquarius is the 11th house. So Aquarius will foster in their children goals and dreams and that kind of thing because it rules the 11th house. So they will foster that. And then from there, from Aquarius, we go to Pisces moon. Little Pisces moon. Pisces moon is your true foodie, okay? Not Cancer. Cancer's your anorexic or your controlled eater or your vegan eater or whatever. Pisces loves food. There's usually with a Pisces moon person some sort of medical issue in the first years of life that caused them not to be able to eat. And as a result, they hold value in food and eating. Also, Pisces moon, musical, Pisces moon, addiction, Pisces, 12th house. We love our drugs, our alcohol, our chocolate, our whatever, Pisces moon. Okay, so Pisces moon is like that. There's your moon signs, y'all. I just went through them all. I love to eat too. So yeah, so there's your Pisces moon. My sister is 2 Pisces girls. Yeah. Well, that means when somebody has a group of signs in the family, like my granddaughters both have Capricorn moon and Jason does. So Kenna has a consistency when dealing with people. That's what that would tell you. Has a consistency of dealing with people. Okay. So there's like a, when the same sign keeps showing up, it's a consistent energy. Yes, Aries moon is first. Yeah, they are astrologists. Who the fuck says I can't stand it. Stop with astrologist. The word astrologist is not a newfound woke conversation. If you're a doctor, we don't call you a doctorist because you're a fucking female. You are a doctor. You are an astrologer. That encompasses both genders and everything in between. You're a fucking astrologer, not astrologist. Stop with the woke shit and fuck off with that. Anyway, I mean, God, I run into it and I'm like, fuck the fuck off. You don't know what the hell you're talking about and shut up. Anyway, I can't. It's my pet peeve. Pisces can be psychic, but in their confusion, they may have a hard time expressing it. I'm confused too. Unless you're an astrologer studying it, you're not going to understand. I don't expect you to understand it. If you don't know your chart, you can look your chart up, but you have to. Astrology is a lifelong study. It's not just one thing, it's not just one thing. It's a lifelong study of things. You know what I'm saying? So there. Anyway, anyhow, you all, that's your astrology cafe. Sure, you can like it. You can do whatever you like with astrology. I'm sure they're astrologers. Their information's accurate, so they are astrologers. Oh God, you guys, I am so fucking busy. I can't sit still to write my book. I've done 5 chapters and then I stopped. So, okay. Also, I opened up the schedule for April. It filled up in 1 day. That terrorizes me. I should open it up for May, but then I have a hard time. Where's Mew? She's right under here. She's over here. I already fed her and she's under here. She's like, get off that camera. Anyway, I should open it for May, but I want to travel more. So I have things to do, other projects to do, all kinds of stuff to do. I'm also trying to get my Rumble account. Somebody with a earthlink.net took my fucking name. Okay, took my fucking name on Rumble. And they're a bitch. So fuck them. And anyway, yeah, I'm just busy. I'm trying to get everything done because I have a performance and I'm doing stuff. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff I'm doing. I can't help it. So I'm trying to finish writing the book, but understand, I want you to understand, hear me clearly. When you're a working psychic and a working astrologer, you literally work. A lot of the people who do video after video after video are not working with clients day in and day out. Day in and day out. Day in and day out. I had clients in my house going back to like 1987, okay? In my home, in my home, every day until COVID. And then I took the opportunity to put everybody on the phone, not because I give a shit if you come to me in person, but because I don't want to shower every day, right? So I should use the real Sloan Bella. Thank you for that. Someone will go grab it. But so doing this work, I read a couple of hours every single day. And then, yeah, the people, that's another thing. They are not me on TikTok. I am not phoning you and asking you if you want a reading. Hi, Charlene. I'm not asking you for a reading. I'm not going to ask you for a reading. I mean, if you email me and I have a spot, you ask me to put you and then do that, I will do. My real name is Sloan Bella. I was born Sloan and I married John Bella. My kids are Bellas. That's our name. That is his last name. Everybody gets so freaked out. They're like, that sounds like a made up name. It's my fucking real name on my birth certificate. My birth mother named me Sloan and gave me up for, it's not my birthday, but thank you, and gave me up for adoption. I had that name on my birth certificate. I get to be it. It's my fucking name. And people get so pissed. It is trademarked, bitches, so you can't take it. Bitches. So I have to get the trademark paperwork out and send it to Rumble and send it to TikTok because I did it for that reason. So that's the reason. Somebody said I look like a Nordic alien. Thank you. I always bleach my hair, by the way. I've been bleaching it for years because I fucking can and I like to. So I will do what I like. You realize how many people like comment on people? Like, whoever told you could comment on my appearance? Like, what did you wake up one day and think it was appropriate, you fucking idiot, to, I'm going to call you a fucking idiot, to comment on someone's appearance in a negative way? Like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Just like, seriously. Yeah, I know that people just, they think they can walk up to you and go, if you lost weight, if you said this, if you said that, fuck off. Who gives a shit? I'm so not like, I used to worry about not being attractive for real. But right now, like, I'm almost dead, so I don't care. Meaning, when you're hitting 60, you're dead. These people are like, I want to live a long time. I'm like, I don't. And you're fucking old. You're over 50-year-old. You don't have to act it. But who gives a fuck? No one's looking at you over 50. Sorry, women. It's a true story. Unless you're desperate and you have money to give them. But they're not looking at you. Sorry, if you're already married, true story. Okay, that's fine, Mia. You can think whatever. But anyway, yeah, I don't care what I look like anymore. I just look like me. Some of it, that's just it. That's just it right now. Anyway, I am almost dead, Nola. I am. People don't like to know that, but you are, from the minute you're born, you're dying. And everybody's under the illusion that, like, when you're in your 50s, you're young. You're not. You're actually half of 100, and most people don't live to be 100. I think the average age is in the 70s. So, like, hopefully I will die young. Like, my mom died at 59. There's only two female relatives that lived past 62. Yes. So I'm hoping I'm not one of them who will not live past that. And I'm being serious. People don't like to hear that because they think there's value in life. I do not. I don't. No one in their 50s looks 23, but thank you. Yeah, they say winter season. Whatever. I am like a milk carton. I expire. 68. You're not young at 68. You're not young at 58. You're not young. I mean, you're just not young. You can behave young and you can be agile and you can have your brain and everything, but you're fucking not young. Like, 20 is young. Come on. How do you get off the karmic wheel? I'm trying. I don't know. Oh, your mom was 92. I bet she was ready. And I'm sorry, she passed away yesterday. Oh my goodness. I know they say it's a construct, but your body breaks down. It does break down. It really does break down. Like there's it. I'm 66. I'm going on. I totally get what you're saying. I have the mind of a 5-year-old, a fucking idiot 5-year-old on top of it. Hi, Anthony. Um, so I know I'm sorry your mom passed. Yeah, that's terrible. Um, the only thing I can say is she was 92. And I don't think it's much fun to live old on this planet because everybody you know is dead. No, 26 is not old. I'm talking when you hit 50, you're half of 100. When you hit 40, you're half of 80. So you're not young at 40, you're younger, but you're half of 80. Do you think you're really going to live to 80? Some people might, but most won't. So they say women live to be 78 and men live to be like 72 or 3, something like that. So yeah, something like that. So when you're half of 80, you are half of fucking 80. And so I watch John. John is almost 80. Well, he'll be 78. And there's a marked difference in how he walks and how he drives and all kinds of things. So, yeah, 89 with dementia, exactly. But there's a marked difference. So I see the difference. When he was in his 60s, he was still a bitch ass. Like he could still do all kinds of shit. He was a bitch. But it's just difficult to, you have to watch what you're doing. You have to keep an eye on things. You know, you're probably lonely, all kinds of things, but half a century old. Exactly. Oh, your dad passed at 54, on the younger side of being old. Exactly. Yeah, 57 tomorrow. There you go, Anthony. There you go. And I'm running from you and I'm going to be 58. So you're born in 67. Good job, Anthony. You're going to hit 57. 5 plus 7 is 12 is 3. You are 3. That's what you are. Yeah. Let's see. Said she has sexual dysfunction as well. Yeah, I don't know that I have sexual dysfunction. I think I just don't give a shit about sex. I don't know what sexual, I didn't say I had sexual dysfunction. I just don't care about it. April 9th, 45. I like, who cares? Like, how hard is it to have sex? Have you seen people? How hard is it to have sex? Like, why is that considered an accomplishment? Any idiot can have sex. That's it. Let's see. Wait, is John your son's father? Yes, my ex-husband. He is both my kids' fathers. Correct. Yeah, no interest is a big difference. Exactly. I do like butter tarts. No, but I noticed, I know, oh, that's young, 52. For a husband, like spend your life. Half of 80. No, I didn't mean you're old, but you are half of 80. So you have to get on with what you need to do in this life, because you're in your 40s. It's not old. You're still beautiful. You still have a lot of stuff. You probably haven't gone through menopause. All of those things, you know. Oh, you don't need to prepare for anything. Just whatever you want to ask. I'm not a preparer. I cannot prepare for anything. I can't prepare. I'm sorry. Ask whatever you want. Like whatever it is you want. That's how I work. It's your reading. You can ask whatever you want. You know, like that. Exactly. But yeah, menopause for me, I was able to deal with menopause through acupuncture, infrared saunas, and I changed my eating drastically. I don't eat the same way. So like if I eat chocolate, I don't eat anything else because I can't eat both. So, and of course I don't drink and I don't put useless calories in. I will eat popcorn. I try not to. Go to the beginning of this video. I already did the Virgo moon. But anyway, I changed the way I ate and I started exercising more. Although this winter I've exercised less, but I exercise more than normal. So I add more mileage per week because I'm in menopause and I do different kinds of exercise. So I do all of that. I cannot eat. No, Anthony, me neither, because it goes right on my fucking ass. So I make sure to keep up with things I like to do to feel better about myself. Eye makeup, bleach, nails, but now I got short nails. I keep showing you guys them. So I do that. I take classes that I don't normally take. So things that I've never taken before, classes. I eat more protein, so it's more about the protein. My goal is protein. So like 65 grams of protein a day. I try not to eat a lot of sugar, but I will eat some sugar sometimes, but it's more like blueberries. And so I eat protein. And I found that if I really stick to one meal a day, okay, I don't know. I have to look. If I'm not, I have to look at my computer. I can't analyze when readings come and go because I don't know what you bought. So I can't answer that. But I'll look. See, I ought to quit work because I can't stand it. When people ask me questions when I'm doing lives about that. But nonetheless, I get why you're wondering. I have to check, but I can't check because I'm online, so I can't look to see who ordered what. And sometimes I don't check my email because I can't bear it. I can't like answer the questions and stuff because my brain is just over, like I can't explain it. It's just too much. Intermittent fasting. I find if I eat one meal a day, like in the middle of the day, then that's good. And then I can have like a handful of something at night. And what I make is I don't eat yogurt with fruit because that's just stupid. It's just extra fruit for no reason, which is extra sugar because they put sugar in there. So what I eat is I take non-fat Greek yogurt and I take cacao powder and put that in. And I take monk fruit and squeeze a little bit of that or put a little bit of the monk fruit sugar and mix it up. And then that's like a little chocolate thing that I eat, but it's really yogurt. And I know it's yogurt. So I do stuff like that. I don't like nuts, so I don't eat the nuts. I will have a bite of peanut butter, but I usually eat around 2:00. I try not to eat in the morning. I mean, if I do like 15 miles, whenever I come down, I'm hungry as shit. So that's going to happen. And I find that I'm the type that, like when I'm doing readings, it's really, yeah, Greek yogurt. It's really hard for me not to eat because I get so unhinged reading that, yeah, I love ice cream too. That it's a problem for me. So I try not to do that. So yeah, the more I work, the more I have to like eat to, so I'm very careful. I haven't been drinking smoothies lately. I've been eating eggs, salmon, and chicken. And I eat the chicken with the cranberries, which is a little bit of sugar. And then I eat the salmon with mustard, which also has sugar, but I get a sugar-free mustard thing. So I eat like that, but the acupuncture was helpful and infrared saunas and exercise. Exercise, exercise, exercise. Like when people park at the front of the mall, I park at the back and I walk. When people don't take the elevator, I go up and down the stairs. Okay, so I do that. So exercise, all signs are psychic. All signs are psychic. It depends on your specific thing. Okay, might have passed it 29 left. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry your daughter passed. Oh my God, I hate that. It's the most devastating thing. It is so devastating. It's so devastating. And yeah, her kids, you are lucky. I wish Keith had kids. There you go, Liz 777. It's so unfathomable at age 29 that you lose your child. It's unfathomable. And I can, because it happened, but I still don't believe I'm this person. I don't understand. And when people tell me there's a lesson in it, I want to punch them in the fucking face. And when people tell them that I'll be with my son one day, I want to punch them in the fucking face. Because, I mean, in theory, yes. And I know some of this to be true, but when you lose your son at 21, and it's a daily nightmare. It is a fucking nightmare. People go, there's always a reason for it. I'm like, what is the reason that I lost my child and that you lost your daughter and that you lost your son and that Carrie, you lost your son? What is the fucking lesson? Now I hate everybody and now I hate anybody. And I mean, what is the lesson? And that is the biggest load of shit. I'm sure there are reasons behind reasons for people's passing on their karmic wheel. Okay, I'm sure, but the way that it affects me here and now, and I know Okay. And I know because I do this work and I know that they're okay on the other side. I know that it's still not okay. So it's still not the fuck okay. And I do this work. I can't imagine if you didn't do this work. I mean, I can't even imagine it. I know they'll say it with compassion and I want to punch them in the fucking face. I want to punch them straight, square in the face and say, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. See, dead inside. Yes. Dead inside. Exactly. No, I'm talking to the people who've lost children on here. 21 is a baby, 29 is a baby, 23 is a baby, Keithy was 24 as a baby, Jimmy was 28 turning 29. Jason and I got into a fight about that before Keith died because I thought I was saved. I knew it was coming again. John has lost 2 children. He's completely dead. Don't even know who he is. And Anthony, you lost a daughter, right? Did you? I believe you did. Was it a daughter? 32, a baby. Drunk driver, killed by a drunk driver. Mind fucking blowing. Mind blowing that society goes, they were drunk. Oh, I'm sorry. Look at my faces. I just reminded myself of Keith. He would make faces like that at me when I said something fucking stupid. He would go, 4th DUI. Let me guess, illegal alien? Sorry for the racist comment there. But look at that Grossman, 3 miscarriages. Yeah. I had miscarriages before I had Jason. Weirdly enough, at age 28. I hate it. I just hate it. I hate it when anybody's child dies. If you're 90 and your child's 50 and you have to bury your child, I don't want to hear it. Yeah, I don't want to, I don't want to hear it. A huge loser, of course, and needs to be beaten to death, punched in the face, their eyes gouged out, their heart. See, I go crazy when you're an addict or an alcoholic and you think that you're allowed to get in a car. I want you dead. That should be what happens to you. You are not allowed to do that. That Grossman burn center wife having an affair, chasing and racing in her car and not taking responsibility for the 2, 9, and 11-year-old that she killed in a crosswalk, like a fucking see you next Tuesday. And she literally killed them in front of their parents and almost killed the baby. Like they had to pull the baby buggy back. The 2 kids were in the crosswalk. She drove like 150 feet or yards or whatever, feet, I guess, or whatever, until they fell off her car. That bitch needs to be put to sleep. Like a dog, but worse. No compassion, no nothing. Just killed. Honestly. I know. I can't stand that woman. It's so sick. So, and she was in a bar and she was drunk. And she won't even. I heard the father speaking. I mean, and they're in such like, I was aggressive when my son died. I was not calm. I mean, I was numb, but I'm an aggressive bitch. So I get a bit agitated and I come at it like that. This guy was so well-spoken and soft-spoken. And he said, she has never apologized. That is the least you could do, is apologize. That is the least you could do. Twins at child. Oh God. Twins at childbirth. Was that what it was, Anthony? Was it? Oh God, come back around. She won't even say to that family. I mean, I know you can't bring that back, but you should be speaking to them to clear it with them, to do anything, and they're not going to forgive you. Well, these people probably would. They seem like nice people. I wouldn't forgive you. I would come after you. But for the love of God, this woman won't even acknowledge. She said it was her baseball driving fuck buddy who was ahead of her that hit them. She tried to blame the other guy that she was fucking. Okay? Just wow. Anyway, that reminds me of this when you say that. When you say that about, okay, mother died with twins at childbirth. Oh my God. Wait, hold on. Who's Anthony? Forgive me for not knowing. I'm not. Are you speaking about somebody on here or what happened to you? Yeah, the parents seem to be the nicest people out walking with their kids, and their kids died in front of them. I know what that's like to see your dead kid on the ground. I can't imagine what that's like to watch some drunken slut cheating on her husband, self-entitled piece of shit, drunk in her fucked up Mercedes. Wait, my fiance, me. Oh, Anthony, I'm oh God. How did I not know that? Oh God, Anthony, I'm so sorry. And Anthony knows this in a horrific way. See, there's no lesson in that unless it's the lesson of, yeah, that's devastating. That just threw me over the edge. Unless it's the lesson of telling people you love them every day repeatedly because they could die. And I don't know that that's necessarily a lesson. I hate people who drink. Yeah, she had to watch that car hit her children. Hit her children. My cousin died from a pothead hitting her car. Mom of 3. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. It's just poor Anthony. I know. Jesus, Anthony. That's hard. You've done so well. You've done in West Hills. Yes, that's the bitch. I know. You're surprised. Horrific. Alcohol did used to be for cars. That woman is a fucking bitch, and I wish her complete and utter hell in her life for what and she kept driving. I know she kept driving because she's special. She's fucking special. She's I can't even go there. She's a horrific see you next Tuesday, and she needs to be taken off the planet. So yeah, there's no lesson. That's what I'm saying. What's her name? It's Grossman Burn Center. Nola, look up Grossman Burn Center. It happened, I don't know, like it happened in 2020, I think. It happened just the lady that owns the Grossman Burn Center in Los Angeles. Alcohol was for cars until they figured out that people could run their appliances on alcohol, and then they wanted it to be gas so they could make money off of your hard work and labor. So yeah, Grossman, Grossman, in Los Angeles, the Burn Center. Her husband's the billionaire, and she's the wife of this guy, and she was fucking around. Grossman, correct. Thank you for that. Yes. Do I believe in karma? No, not really, because I believe in experiences that are balanced one way or another way. When you're speaking of karma, how do I know what I did in a past life that I'm being punished for in this life? Because I feel this life is one big fat Catholic punishment, and I'm not Catholic. So I feel like how they describe it, I feel like that's what I'm living. So how do I know what I did to understand the karma that's being thrown at me? So like if somebody shoots me in the face and I die, oh God. Yes, Robin, that I know to be true is when they suicide. I'm so sorry. 14, a baby girl. Oh, God bless her. And you. When that happens, it's usually an outside influence communicating. So like if she was smoking weed or taking some kind of medication or hearing that might have opened her up, or depression, they get in that way. So and she will be fine on the other side. I'd rather think of a level playing field more than karma. Yeah, a level playing field, because you don't know like how I'm so sorry about your 14-year-old daughter. Good Lord. I can't. How do you know what you've done? Like, how does a little kid in Haiti getting raped 3 times a day, what is their karma? What is that? Like, even if they were a complete asshole over here, how do they know that? And what is going to teach them that lesson? This is not about that. This is not about that. That's not how karma works. Karma is a balancing. So maybe you were at loneliness, but refused to be with someone. I refuse to be with someone too. It's never going to fucking happen. 34. You know if you're old or not. You're half of 60. 34 and 34 is 68. So you've already lived 34 years. Like, you could die at 40. You could die at 45. You've got work to do. That's what you've got to do. That's it. Yeah, rape of the innocents. I think that this planet is not. How do you unblock your heart chakra? No idea. Mine's closed. Mine's locked. Sorry, don't know. Not something I strive for. Don't care if it's blocked. Yeah, that's great. 34. I mean, you have to know you're not. I mean, I don't know who's relevant at what age. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's relevant, but I do know that the body breaks down and that's okay. And I do know that you get old and that's okay. And I do know that when you hit 50, you are not young anymore. You may look young, you may act young, you may whatever, but you're not young. You're 50. Period. I mean, just logical. Yes, sins of the father, generational curses. Exactly. But a kid that, do you hear that noise? I forgot the sliders on the chair. So you can have a kid and you can be a drug dealing piece of shit and then give birth to a kid, not you, your girl, give birth to a kid or your husband, whatever. And they can take on your karma. What did that kid do? See, that this doesn't all make sense to me. The body goes left quick, doesn't it? I know, it's just math, and people get so mad. It's like, yeah, well, we say we live for a reason, but do we? I mean, that's a crock of shit they tell us to keep here too. You don't kill yourself, because I don't believe that that's what you should be doing just because things don't work out your way. But sometimes our gift is just that we survive this planet, and I'm convinced of that. It is a war against evil. That's true. And I know Anthony's here for a reason, because he's packing me up some butter tarts to send me so that I can run up more hills to get rid of the butter tart fat I put on my ass. But yeah, it's just unbelievable. Thank you for that. Thank you. I'm 50 and so far I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed either with my first 50 years. I'm not even impressed. I'm like, hey, where did the time go? And what kind of fuck up have I been? Because I was a tremendous fuck up. So yeah, it's just really funny. That's it. That's it. Sometimes we are just here to survive this. And if you survived, good on you. That's it. You don't need to accomplish some grandiose thing. I used to think, yes, I am Jennifer. I'm always waiting to move. I'm packing. That's why I was throwing shit out. Maybe I'll move into my car. This is a prison planet. If you survive your time on Earth, if you survive it, then I'm thinking it's the equivalent of surviving a hijacking, and you've survived. We're all taught we have to be something. We are something in our essence, just in existing. You don't have to be anything. You can work at a five and dime. You can work at McDonald's. I prefer you didn't, because it's McDonald's, but which has nothing to do with you. It's just the food through there. But wherever you work, you don't have to be anything. You don't have to be famous. You don't have to be a movie star. You don't have to make $1 million. You just literally can be there to help somebody else one day. Some lady, some guy, some kid. That may be your only point, and just to survive. Yeah, I'm not trying. That's it. That's it. That's it. I'm not trying to hang on to my youth. This is surviving Canada is a whole other level, notched up level of tomfoolery, as Anthony knows. Tomfoolery. Yeah, so are Geminis trustworthy? Which personality? No offense, don't come for me, Geminis. But thank you for that. Your soul and your consciousness. Well, your soul is your consciousness in a sense, but your soul is the essence energetically of you. And it's definitely a physical, vibrating, just encompassing part of you that actually seeps out through the physical. Your consciousness is the expression of the experiences that you've had on multiple lifetimes and in multiple experiences. So the consciousness is the expression of your soul. And that's what they want to steal, is your consciousness, your experiences on a soul level. That's my belief. Do I know it 100%? No. Surviving Canada is going to be the title of my biography. If me and Anthony don't get there first. Yeah, you know what? It's interesting you don't believe in reincarnation. I thought that, well, no, I've always believed in reincarnation. I think maybe we're not supposed to reincarnate. Now, I will tell you, I have seen a family member that died come into the body of another family member and then decide to not be born, and that family member miscarried. I have seen that. So I do know that that is a thing, but why it's a thing, I don't know. So I think the conjecture on why we reincarnate is a thing. So why do we do it? Are we tricked into it? Because I don't actually think we should be here reincarnating. Like, I'm surviving John. That's also the title of a book. Um, I, I'm a thank you for that. I'm a, how can I handle bad thoughts? Okay. I feel we're tricked. Anthony, good question. Okay, so here's how you can handle bad thoughts. I have aggressive, get out of my car, kick your ass on the freeway in Los Angeles pretty much every other day. Some people say stupid shit to me and I want to beat them. Other times I want to stab myself in the forehead. Here's how I handle bad thoughts. So let's say I have a bad thought, and my bad thought is that I will never see Keith again, and then he will go somewhere else and I won't see him. That's actually something that makes me fucking insane, that in the middle of the night I wake up gasping for breath, wondering, what if Keith didn't love me and doesn't want to see me? That shit happens, right? So I let the thought come into my mind. Like, I'm like, there's that thought again. And then I go to a good thought. So I don't block the thought, because when I block it, it struggles to get in more. So I'm like, there's that stupid fucked up thought again. Okay. Thank you for that, Jen. And thank you for that, Roxanne. I think there's that stupid thought. The thought that says, you're fat, you're ugly, you're stupid, bitch, don't leave the house. Or that is my biggest fear. So I think that thought. Or another thought I think is, well, you can lose one kid, you can lose another kid, and you can lose everybody in a second. So I'll wake up thinking that. This is not necessarily what I believe. It's just a stupid thought. So I say, there's that stupid thought coming into my head. Then I think of fun things I did with Keith. So I redirect my attention to over here. And I've been known to say, stop, 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 talk to the hand. I'll get a thought and I'll say, fuck off with that thought. And I'll go over here and think this thought. So I think, oh, that's so great, Robin, your mother calling you. That's how I do it. Like, I'll get a thought where I'm thinking of a person that I don't want to be thinking of. And I'm like, what is this fucking asshole doing, or this bitch doing? And I'll go, stop. And it may come in again. And I'm like, stop. And I flick it out of my head. And then with Keithy, I just think of other things. I go look at his picture, or I talk to Tallulah and ask her if she can bring Keith through. She has no idea what I'm saying. So I start talking to Tallulah and I'm like, do you see Keithy? And then I talk about Keithy to Keithy. But I called her, it wasn't her. I don't know why that would be, but that's what I do. Because my thoughts tell me, you're ugly, you're stupid, you're not smart, you should kill yourself. I had thoughts telling me after my stepson died that I should kill myself because he was lonely and needed somebody on the other side. I had baby Keith and baby Jason, and the thoughts in my head, I had to lock myself in the closet. The thoughts in my head were like, you should kill yourself, you should kill yourself, you should kill yourself. I heard that 24/7 for like 8 months. And it was fucking horrible. It was all I could do. I was like, just go get the gun. Just go get this. Just drive into the wall. This happened and I had to fight it. I have been there having to fight that. So I do pray to God in the name of Jesus, amen. And I also literally said, demon whispers, exactly. That's when I learned that one. No, I know I'm not ugly, but since I'm a kid, they say shit. It sounds like programming. It is, Jen, it is. It is. They say shit like that. So I got away from that. Things I'm scared of, like, someone's going to kill you, murder you if you're out hiking in the middle of the night. I go anyway. I do everything that I want to do because of that. So if a thought, and I can only say with Anthony, his thoughts are probably to his wife and his twins, where he has bad thoughts about that. That happens with Keith where I'm terrified I'm not going to see Keith. I know Jimmy's there. I've seen Jimmy. I've seen Keith, but I'm afraid when I die that he won't be there. And that's like that thought. I think Anthony might have thoughts like that. Now I say to myself, in the name of Jesus, amen. I am protected. I will see Keith. I will see Keith. Keith is with me. The cat sees Keith. That's what I do. My thought is waiting to be with them. So Anthony, while you're waiting to be with them, I want you to look at it like you're a grade behind your sibling at school. This is true. And your sibling graduated and you're still in high school and you have one more year. So you've got to focus on your work and talk to them. I talk to Keithy and Jimmy every day. Every day I talk to them. I talk to them like I'll be hiking and I'll be telling Keith stupid shit. Like when I come down, I'm going to have a chocolate orange or something like this. I tell him, like, he doesn't care, but I tell him that. So Anthony, when you're doing that, you're going to say, and you have a lot to teach, Anthony. So that is what you're going to do because you've cured your diabetes. You've experienced something completely traumatic, which, Marla, I've hiked alone in my entire, for 50 years. Yes, he was a very handsome kid. I call him a kid. We were 9 months apart and he was my friend. But Anthony, here's what you do. I know, no, you've gone through a lot, but you have a lot to teach people. How did you get up and correct your health after that happened to you? How did you do that, Anthony? What happened? How did you do that? That is valuable for other people. So to honor your wife and your twins, which I honor Keith, so I do things in Keith's name. I donate to people in Keith's name behind the scenes. Anybody knows. So start doing things. Plant flowers for your two little twins. Plant flowers for your wife. Just little things. It doesn't have to be any good or bad thing, just little things, and say, this is for you guys. This is a little tree I planted on the porch for you guys. And just do that. Set a table for them. I throw dinner parties for Keith, which is bizarre, but I do it. He's not there, but I invite his friends and I invite people who knew him. And then I, talk to Keithy and we talk about Keith. So start talking about your wife. What were the twins' names? What was your wife's name? Tell us. What was that? Start doing that. Start showing, take pictures. I get the feeling you're a good picture taker. I yap to my animals. Tallulah's got an earful. Take pictures, Anthony, around Toronto and then show them. Set up an Instagram in their name. Do something and talk about it. Talk about it. Yeah, you wanting to be with them. Yeah, I know. That's not a bad thought. That's not a bad thought. Reword that. Of course you want to be with them. Why would you not want to be with them? Thank you for that. That makes it worthwhile. Of course you want to be with them. Of course you do. So they are with you. That's a really hard thing. I have a hard time when people say that. I want to punch them in the fucking head. Like I said, but they are definitely with you. So, the spoken name of Jesus it does. In the name of Jesus, Dan, you're correct. Amen. I miss my grandmother, but she comes with the blowing leaves and red birds that fly. You know what's interesting? The red cardinals are messages from the other side. Yeah, we are tricked into reincarnation. So you will be with your family, Anthony, and Anthony, you're going to be 57. How long do you think you have? So you're going to be there soon enough. So take pictures for them. Talk to people about them. Maybe start a group with other people that have that issue. Talk to them all the time. Tell them, I want to be with you. I tell Keithy that all the time. In the shower, in the this, in the that. I tell him all the time. I want to be with you now, Keithy. And I tell him that. And then ladybugs, exactly. So, I everything I do is about my children, my Keith, my Jason, my Meadow, my Lila, my Kenna, my John. That's what I do. Tallulah, she gets an earful every night. I hug her and I ask her straight to her face, do you see Keithy? And she's probably like, this lady's trying to kill me in here. So that's what I do. That's what I do. That's the only thing I can tell you. I really do. People are uncomfortable when you talk about losing your wife and your kids. I know that. I didn't lose a wife, but I lost my kid and my stepson. They're uncomfortable. Their uncomfortableness doesn't stop me. I want people to learn about my Keith. You want people to learn about your wife and how excited she was to have the twins and all of those things. And she is growing up with your twins on the other side. That is something I see a lot. When the babies die young, they grow up with the family member on the other side. There's a wonderful show. I don't know if you've seen it, Anthony. If you haven't, it was on Lifetime, and it was oh God, it's got to be 15 years ago, but it's on YouTube. It's called I Survived Beyond and Back. I Survived Beyond and Back. And it is a wonderful show because there's a woman. It's really interesting. One of the guys on the show, on one of the later episodes, they took it off the air. And I think it's really the only show that should be on the air because it documented the story, not the movie, the actual TV show on Lifetime. There was one guy that reminds me maybe of your circumstances, Anthony, not the same exactly, but he was a father and his two kids were in the car and his wife was in the car. And they got into an accident. Anyway, he ended up like paralyzed and his wife was there and he died until the paramedics got there. His wife and kids both died. And he left his body, obviously, and went with them. And she told him that she was fine and that they would be living with him on the other side. And that has been my experience reading people whose children have passed away. Okay, that has been my experience. I will see the children grow up on the other side. Now, Keith's friends dream of him. Paige tells me he's got a life going on up there and he grew a beard. Somebody on here told me he grew a beard. They see him, okay? So they do live in a different dimension. They do. So watch that show, I Survived Beyond and Back, okay? That is a very good show. Anything on people's experiences, and there's similar things that people experience. I think we're told, or we have some kind of guilt feeling that we have to reincarnate back here. I'm not sure about that. That's just my belief. And I don't think we're supposed to come here if we're in our right fucking minds, because it's an evil fucking planet. And they tell us New Age bullshit, the New Age bullshit, okay? And it's such bullshit. I don't know if I don't know that if Keith likes Star Wars or not. I'm not sure. The beard thing is interesting because he wanted to grow a beard. And Jason has a rockin' beard, and John could never grow a beard, but has a beard now, so it's kind of weird. Like he had it's a white beard. He's got a white beard, which is so interesting. But the concept of reincarnation on this planet and what the airy-fairy New Agers tell you is there's a lesson. You're working off energy. Blah, blah, blah. Who the fuck said I need to work off energy? Who said that? I am created, I am fine the way I am because all I know is here. So why am I here? What is my creative energy, my consciousness, my Christ consciousness? What is that? That is the energy to create, right? That's the energy to create. And the energy to create is what they want on this planet. Those that cannot get off this planet because they are devoid of God. They have stepped away from God. That's who wants us to reincarnate because they hide behind us and we are like whipped, they crack the whip, enslaved human beings, telling us bullshit out there. Crap, like The Secret, which they left half the parts out. Okay, and don't listen to spiritualists telling you that they've been trained and they've got a degree. That is earthbound concept. You don't need to train. You either know or you fucking don't from your life experience. There is no doctoral in spirituality. I mean, there is, but there isn't. Okay, it's a TV show on Lifetime called I Survived beyond and back. These are documented people who had near-death experiences. You can also read, and I always say it back, Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. Now look at that lovely Paige. Paige just sent me a little I love you as I'm talking. I love you too, Paigey. My Paige, my daughter, who isn't my daughter. She's Nicole's daughter, but what a sweet daughter to have, my little Paigey. And Caden, so cute. I'm so lucky. My boys got really good girls that I love so much. So I love them. And I'm lucky that way that they had these really cool, both Jason and Keith girls. About anything having to do with rich. I didn't in Canada. Yes, I know about the Indigenous children. But if you look, Elizabeth Kubler-Ross started studying the near-death experiences because she was a doctor. And then when people died in surgery and then came back, they would describe things. So she started researching that. So she's an old schooler like that. I think each of us, including Abraham Hicks, has bits and pieces. But when they talk nonsense about being able to co-create, I don't know if that's, I'm a doctorist of spirituality. I don't know if any of us in the spiritual community get the whole message. I think we get bits and pieces of the message, okay? So Keith did not have children. Jason has children. Keith did not, that I know of. If I knew of one, I'd be excited about that because he'd have a little mini-me on the planet and I wouldn't care who the mother is and I'd be super happy. That's not a thing though. But Abraham Hicks is like, we can co-create. You can't co-create anything, and I'll tell you why. You can do what you want. I do what I want, okay? And if I want to do something, I'll do it. It doesn't mean it's going to go your way, and it doesn't mean positive thinking works. It means, what it means is, if you were to co-create and all the channels were open 100%, and there was no cross traffic in energy, but you have no control over what you're trying to do, even if you pray to God in the name of Jesus, amen. There's a near-deather on here that said she was an addict. Ask her what she experienced. Some people do experience hell too. Because yes, exactly. Because this planet, you don't really have free will the way that it's implied. So I do believe in co-creation. Yeah, you can believe in it all you want. At the end of your life, let me know if that worked. Yeah, Abraham Hicks, I'm not, she's done good work. And for those that it works, but you are not going to co-create something just because you put your mind to it and take action. You need to take action, but that doesn't mean that it's going to, I've been able to time travel since I was a kid. Not so much now, but as a kid, I did it quite often. No, you're not going to hell if you're an addict. No. Nothing you do here, including murder, rape, and pillage, are you going to hell for if you go in the name of Jesus. Amen. I'm serious. Now, some people, I had a friend that used to do documentaries on near-death experiences where people went to hell and wanted to stay in hell. Okay? And wanted to stay in hell. So she interviewed these people. There is a hell. What is hell? Probably all the things that are not good things to do, I guess. People writhing in pain. There's a I Survived Beyond and Back where one of the people went to hell. And I don't think addiction, you're on planet Earth. Do you really think what you do here under this? No, I'm not kidding. I'm being dead serious. Negative lower vibrations. That's what you want to call hell. But if you look on the series I Survived Beyond and Back, they have somebody, the guy was an asshole. I can't remember. He said he was an asshole. I can't remember why he was an asshole. I don't think he was the worst asshole. Canada. Anthony and I know that Canada is hell and all you Canadians. That's exactly right. Yes, nothing matters about this life. Exactly, because it's garbage here. But having said that, we're here. So you make the best of it. You don't like whatever. But Some of the people prefer to stay in the lower vibrations. What the guy, if I can remember correctly, what the guy said that went into um, the negative lower vibrations is that when he cried out for help to get out of there, he was lifted out of there. And then he actually survived it. So this is part of it. We're about 3 levels up. So yes, having children matters. I buried one. I get it. It absolutely matters. Coma 3 days. I recover addict. I seen some things. Candace, tell everybody what you saw. Yeah, no, I don't think addicts. I don't think addicts are going to hell. I'm staying for the butter tarts. Me too. Earth is a ghetto planet. I'm a hood rat here on Earth. Hood rat. Culture man. No. You have to wait till the calendar's open. I still think we're in hell and don't know it. Yeah, well, Holly, we could be in hell and don't know it. That's exactly right. Like what kind of that's right, which then is even frightening because what the fuck did I do to get here? That's even more frightening. I'm entertained at all. Dolores Cannon did a good job. Abraham Hicks did a good job. All of those people have got bits and pieces to, have brought bits and pieces of spirituality. The Secret, they're missing points. What's his name? The German guy with the low voice. These people do other things that I'm like, whatever. But I don't necessarily believe like The Secret, the New Age thing, that's all about money too. Like, I'm going to say this. If your spiritual philosophy about how to co-create does not work in Haiti, then it's not true. Because it would work in third world countries, but it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't. Why? Because they're missing something. There's something they've pulled out of it. Yes, mirrors can be portal. Eckhart Tolle, that's him. Yeah, he's a machine-driven spiritualist. I don't know about James Van Prague. I don't know. I mean, he does the psychic mediumship shit. I know about him through the media, through the studios, and back in the day on a show called The Other Side, we were both psychics on that show. So I'm aware. Do I know if what he's saying is right or wrong? I don't think he says anything necessarily that I don't believe to be true. I think more what people are talking about is a spiritual concept, like the concept of the spirituality. They always want Bashar. Isn't that weird? Bashar, he says some things and he may have bits and pieces too. I don't know. Some things he says are interesting and some things are not. No, it's not necromancy. That's so funny. Okay. I mean, John Edwards, same thing. I mean, all mediums, we got a bit of this, a bit of that, whatever. Also, we come from our own personal lives. So our personal life experience. Now, necromancy is really interesting. We have been taught that death is dead. Death, or being dead, when they're talking about talking to the dead, they're talking about those that have stepped away from God. They're not talking about your grandmother, your son, your mother, your wife, your cousin, your husband, who's crossed out of the physical body. They are talking about those who have stepped away from God and have given themselves to something else that is not of God. Okay? That's what they're talking about. People who are out of the physical body have transitioned into another frequency. Okay? So they've changed form. That is not dead. That still lives. That's the mistake. Okay? That's the mistake. In my opinion. That's the mistake. No, I don't believe Tyler Henry is real. That's from firsthand information, somebody who went to him. Did I go to him? No, so I don't know. Yes, Scott Peterson did. Sylvia Brown, I heard, was real. Yeah, you're not crazy. Sad Guru is a fraud. I don't know who that is. Dolores, I like Dolores. Of course. Okay, let's just look at Lacey Peterson. 9 out of 10 times, it is I got rid of my car. It is the husband, wife, or whatever. It is those people. I can't tell who's real or not. Don't ask me that. It doesn't fucking matter. Believe who you believe, don't believe. Go to the doctor, go to the psychic, who cares? You know, who cares? No one cares. Yeah, Sylvia is teaching probably from the other side. I believe that. Absolutely. So, yep, shadow people are real. Did OJ do it and how did he get away with it? Because it was a setup thing. Yes, believe in God. Yeah, Wayne Dyer, Canadian. But Wayne Dyer repeated things that other people said. I don't know that he was a medium on his own. And Dolores Cannon on backdrop people. Oh, she's dead on about that. Pods, husk beings, synthetics. Yeah, so anyway. Anyhow, you guys. Anyhow, I'm going because now I'm hungry. I have no idea. I say everybody in your life can hurt you on this planet. She's a crock. Who are we talking about? Who's a crock? I've had friends that had readings from Sylvia that said Sylvia was accurate, so I have to trust that. You know, Deepak Chopra, deep pockets. As soon as they get on that level of that, and any medium on TV is not doing the work without having the information. I know this, okay? They're given the information. Those that make it are controlled. You are not going to make that kind of money. That's why they're always out doing gallery readings. I've experienced enough and seen behind the scenes. So they're doing it to make money. They charge 300 people, $250, and 6 people get a reading, and all of that. So I know the chat is fast. I don't know how to slow it down. Everyone's told me and I can't slow it down. So until someone comes to my house to do it, that's a problem. Oh, thanks you guys. Go back to the beginning of this video to listen to your moon sign. And forgive my non-trusting attitude. I'm a non-trusting bitch. All right, y'all. Okay, peace out, y'all. Peace out, everybody. I'm putting up the Idaho 4 as soon as I edit it. Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you, everyone. Oops.